right, here we go. If you like fascinating stylistic matchups, perhaps this one is for you. We have got a decorated BJJ practitioner here, and a lot of no-gi success. So most people believe that as he crosses into the UFC and gets deeper in his MMA career, he's going to realize a lot of success.
Well, that translates. You know, the no-gi is what translates to mixed martial arts. The gi jiu-jitsu is very good. It's very good to develop and learn it. But the no-gi relates more to fighting than anything. The no shirt, the no nothing to grab. This guy is so good on the ground and so good in no-gi jiu-jitsu that he can apply it to mixed martial arts. That's why you see him get so many submission victories.
And at least when you're not wearing a gi, you can't get clock choked to sleep by your pajamas. So we'll see how it goes for him tonight, but there is no denying how good he is on the ground. All right, so here he is. They call him T-City, short for Triangle City, the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Brian Ortega.
Brian Ortega is a great fighter, a guy that has all the ability inside the octagon. He started as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, but you have seen the evolution of Brian Ortega as his career has continued to go on, has continued to proceed. Brian Ortega is getting better and better and better. He has now found himself staring across the octagon of some of the best fighters the division has ever seen, and he will continue to do that as long as he keeps developing the skills that are necessary. And
sometimes it's hard to become a champion without having tasted defeat. A lot of people believe the Max Holloway fight for Ortega will be something he can build upon moving forward. All right, both fighters have graced the octagon, and that means we are ready to go with live action from the Scotiabank Arena here in Toronto, where some of the best fans in all of MMA have come out to see our fights here tonight.
Our tale of the tape for this featherweight fight.
Here once more, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Bryce the Nasty Mitchell. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Brian T-City Ortega.
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one. All right, early round action here, and going to be interesting to see how Brian Ortega approaches this particular stylistic challenge. A lot of people feel like he will have a grappling advantage against this man and most every featherweight in the division, but Ortega wants to showcase that James Lurson boxing, and he's going to throw hands early and often tonight. We'll see how it plays out. Trouble here. Pretty good elbow there from the bottom. Got to stay active off of your back. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
All right, so he's got him in the north-south position now, DC. If you're the top fighter in this situation, what are you trying to do offensively?
I'm trying to force some sort of action from my opponent. You want him to turn to his knees to either give you the guillotine choke or allow you to try to chase the back. It's a tough position to control in, but there are options for finishes and are options for positional advancements if you're patient.
Postures up. Ooh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head. Mitchell's looking to pass out of the half guard here, maybe looking for side control. He's denied. Just over 3 minutes to go now.
He's got to be careful here. There it is. Now he's on the mount.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by T-City, Brian Ortega. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep.
Oh, and he's out.
Do some work, guys.
Man, submission defense is a powerful thing. Offense keeps going for it. Defenders held up every step of the way.
Yeah, the defense has done a great job just making sure he leaves nothing long, no submission attempts. Even when they get him, he continues to stay calm and patient, and he's defending these submissions.
Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Under 2 minutes to go. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. Well, he's got the ground and pound going now. Strong work from the top here by Ortega. Man, look how flexible those legs are. He's got him in rubber guard. I don't think I could do that if I tried.
I mean, John, don't sell yourself short. You just might be able to do it. But if you do, John, you're doing it with the idea that you're slowing everything down as a defensive fighter. There are submissions, right? There are submissions, but they're very rare submissions that we don't see used very often in the UFC.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Under a minute now to go in the round. Oh, postures up and lands a huge head strike there. Nicely done by T-City, Brian Ortega.
Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down to his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish his fight. Oh, man, that was slick.
Side control now. 15 seconds to go.
He pinned his arm. He's got him in a crucifix.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Mitchell's able to make a nice transition there, back into side control. Round 2 is next. Heading back to the corner now.
What are you doing out
Mitchell's
there?
corner has some work to do. They're going to take a look at that lip. Hopefully the cut man can do his thing and just make sure that it doesn't continue to bleed and provide further adversity for him in this fight. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round 2. Hook shot lands. Punches in bunches as he lands another combination there. Really doing a nice job stringing his shots together.
He's doing a great job of stringing the shots together and also just mixing up his target and the attacks. Great job finding different places for his strikes to land. Take it for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish.
Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
Oh, no, it's posturing. Undertaker has arrived in the UFC. Oh, my goodness, a powerbomb.
So just when it looked like he might get submitted, he slams his opponent down with authority as the tide turns here.
Great shot from the top position.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Mitchell's able to transition back to side control now. trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, crucifix from the top position, DC. If you're on the bottom, what are you trying to do to get out?
On the bottom, you've got to start bridging. You've got to drive your feet and your heels into the mat. Start bridging and turning side to side, hoping that one of the arms slip through the cracks so that you can try to get back to a position where you can defend yourself.
Ortega's in half guard.
Now he's going full mount.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out, or guys start to attack triangles.
Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
He's attacking armbar now.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Oh, he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. We've seen you go to this a couple times, no?
This is one of my favorite techniques. I got Volkan Ozdemir here, and I just landed punch after punch after punch. They didn't have to be hard, but if you can land 30, 40 strikes in a row, the referee will have no choice but to finish the fight.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. You got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Oh, these are some serious punches from the top here. He's continuing to maintain good posture and making these strikes count.
He's doing a really good job of watching pretty up and making his quickness count while not putting himself in danger.
Oh, the ground and pound is there. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips.
Great submission defense on display tonight.
Mitchell's in half guard.
Nice transition. Striking from every position, lands a strike from the bottom.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. All right, feet on the hips here. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Mitchell's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. All right, rubber guard now, DC. Some submissions at his disposal if he so chooses.
Yeah, he does have a couple submissions. They're very rare submissions, go-go plata, omoplata. But if the guy has any understanding of submission defense, he knows how to stay safe in this position. So there are advantages to being here, but the danger isn't so vast that you should panic.
Yeah, we've only seen a handful of omoplatas in UFC history. All right, that is the end of the round. Ortega's eye has never looked worse, candidly. The cut man's going to get in there and hopefully put some end swell on that, or that eye's going to swell shut, DC. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defense.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh, nice trip to change the level. Oh, reverses the position there. Nice transition by T-City, Brian Ortega. Right into side control.
Darce, yep, he's trying to hit a Darce here. Oh, that sub is tight. Great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach. Oh, good defense, yes.
Close guard. Lands with the ground and pound here. Nice combination of elbows there by Ortega.
Changing the position.
Well, he's got his back now. Going for that patented rear naked choke now.
Choke here.
You gotta be kidding me. How good is his
This
submission?
dude is constantly dodging bullets, J.A.
Ortega's eye is starting to swell shut.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. That's good defense to block that punch. Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following the game plan.
All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position.
It's hard to think about a fight in his career in which he has absorbed this amount of damage. His face is essentially shut.
Unrecognizable. He's unrecognizable. That is as close to the term that I can say. This guy does not look like the guy that walked into the octagon early. He made a lot of mistakes early, and they're ultimately costing him right now as we've gotten longer in the fight.
Takedown defense is there. With 2 minutes and change to go in round 3. Nice double leg takedown attempt there, and you gotta think that's something that's gonna give him confidence moving forward in this fight.
A lot of confidence when it happens that easily. He took a shot, he got a takedown. What now will stop him from doing it over and over?
Mitchell's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it. Oh, that is a high-level transition to half guard, and now in a position to do a lot of damage.
Watch him sit back on the leg and land big ground and pound. Massive shot from the top. Another strike gets through from the top position.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
Great defense by this fighter.
The ground strikes starting to pile up. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Oh, another strike lands from the top. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Ortega getting work here from the top. Let's see if he goes for a sweep to try to get back to his feet. Oh, good ground and pound here. Ortega's eye is essentially swollen shut at this point in time. I'm not so sure they're not going to step in, Daniel, and stop this fight right now. Hard to be a one-eyed fighter in a mixed martial arts setting. All right, the fighters head back to the stools, and certainly it's a tale of two corners. One man can barely see out of one of his eyes, and if the doctor sees that visual, he might call an end to the action. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good. And that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
Leg kick now. T-City just out of range with that jab. Well, hard to imagine we would get this late in the fight and have the BJJ practitioner not attempt a single takedown. What gives?
I have no idea. He's not even tried to get this fight to the ground. I don't know what's happening. Or maybe something happened earlier in the fight that's deterred him from fighting the fight that we have come to expect from this guy. I mean, I cannot believe what we are watching.
Well, he's had next to no answers for the body shots here tonight, and now some redness really starting to develop on that side.
We're starting to see the damage. We're starting to visibly see the...
All right, pausing the action here. The referee never wants to be the story, but given the swelling around that eye, doctor had to be called for here, champ.
Well, he's having a very difficult time picking up the opponent, seeing where his opponent is, and he's getting tagged. He's getting pieced up.
All right, we'll see if the doctor allows the fight to continue. It looks as though he will. Crowd loves it when the doctor lets the fight continue, don't they?
I love it. I love it when he lets it continue, especially when you have a fight that has been as fun as this one to this point.
All right, well, this fighter was bullish in his desire to continue, and the doctor is going to afford him that opportunity as the referee gets us back underway.
This guy's a fighter, man. This guy doesn't want to lose a fight on the stool. He wants an opportunity to go out there and go out on his shield. And that's exactly what he's getting. He's getting a chance, and as a fighter, that's all you can ask for.
And you know fans don't like doctor stoppages, so they will quit.
They start booing. And sometimes guys' eye is hanging off the side of his head.
All right, talk to me, champ. He's got great submission skills, good offensive wrestling. He hasn't so much as even shot for a takedown today.
I think he's stuck. I think he's stuck in between. He's good wrestling, but he's not great wrestling. He's great once the fight hits the ground, and he is unsure of how to get it there.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Strike lands clean.
Beautiful level change.
Mitchell's in half guard now. All right, operating inside the closed guard now.
Oh, nice.
Takes his back.
Oh, right into mount.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by T-City, Brian Ortega. Oh, big shots from the top. Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both gotta be careful here.
Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you gotta look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten them out and just go for the finish.
Well, when you absorb damage like this, you start to worry about a guy missing the rest of the year. At what point, if you're the referee, do you call in the ringside position?
Well, right now, I feel like a little bit ago, you could have called in the ringside position and no one would have cared, because you look at him and you see that he has been thoroughly beaten, and tonight is just not his night.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position.
Beautiful ground and pound, and now he's got his opponent cut.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Ortega's got him in a crucifix now, gonna go to work from the top. Under a minute to go in round 4. All right, so another nice strike by him there, and he continues to attack that cut pretty safe. Oh, submission attempt here.
He's fighting. He wants this badly.
Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
He's out. What submission defense on display.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Rubber guard form now, DC. Some people believe this is nothing more than a stall tactic. What do you think the offensive fighter is trying to do?
He needs to regain his posture, right? He needs to shove that foot down from around his neck, shove it down, build your base, get that arm free, and then get back to work trying to advance position to your ground and pound. Right. If you play in there, you can find yourself in a lot of danger if you're not careful.
All right, incredible drama here in this fight. I'm not sure how much longer he can stay in it, given all that swelling around his eye. We'll see what the cut man can do to stop the swelling here over these 60 seconds. All right, so back to the stools we go. They say defense wins championships, and he has not defended well tonight.
He isn't trying, or at least it doesn't seem like he's trying. He has got to move his head. He's trying to react when the punch is already coming, and that's not working. If he takes many more of these shots, this fight is going to be stopped due to the swelling.
You ready to fight? Ready.
It is the 5th and final round. Oh, defense into offense there as he blocks the strike and counters with a perfect jab.
That is a clean strike, and it gets right through the guard.
Oh, lands another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds.
This is a terrible position.
Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike.
Another ground and pound strike lands.
Ortega's in half guard.
Well, you know he's comfortable fighting off his back.
Good, solid strike on the ground.
Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse, and he needed to address it a little bit sooner because now that damage is starting to pile up.
That guillotine is tight.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on them.
Ortega's got the full mount. Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Excellent ground and pound here by T-City, Brian Ortega.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Hey, scramble, get up. Scramble, get up. Mitchell's in half guard. Side control now.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Another ground and pound strike lands.
That Darce choke is tight.
Oh, he got out!
He did a great job of getting his hips away, getting back to his back in order to defend that Darce choke.
Back mount now.
Nice defense.
Take the back position.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight. Well, an incredible fight thus far. Both fighters look like they could be finished at any time. If you wondered about the heart on either side, that question was answered tonight.
Nothing. There are no more questions in regards to these two fighters. Both of these men have been hurt. Both of these men are swollen. They're bloody. They're both, even though they're both willing and ready to continue this fight.
trying for a submission here.
Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. You gotta be kidding me, he's out.
1 minute to go in the fight.
1 minute, time to go. Lands the grounded pound strike here. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Nice strike from the bottom fighter there. The cut men on both sides have done an outstanding job keeping these guys in this fight.
He's having his way with him here.
20 seconds to go in the fight.
Ortega's right back to the full mount.
All right, he's trying to control posture here.
Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position up the bottom.
All right, setting up for a submission now. Oh, good technique. Oh, there's the final horn. We go to the scorecards. One of the greatest fights that we have seen all year. All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 48-46, and 48-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, Brian T-City Ortega!
All right, so the judges are in agreement tonight. He is your winner by unanimous decision. Certainly pretty easy fight to score, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was an easy fight to score. Whereas his opponent had a few moments, he was the one that truly did lead all the interactions. He's the person that truly did dictate if the fight was standing or on the ground. This is his fight. He won this fight, and he won it in dominant fashion.